be a reading that may resonate with you if you happen to have Aries in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus dominant in your chart, or if you happen to be cross-watching for an Aries. Welcome to my channel. Let's dive right in. Actually, let me backtrack a bit. Aries, let me offer you a trigger warning. Let me let you in on the fact that there might be some sensitive subject material that is discussed in this reading. You're not really in the headspace to maybe hear about sensitive subjects. Here's your opportunity to click off. Those of you who are ready to roll with me, let's see what's going on in your situation, Aries Nation. I'm calling this a 7-day forecast. Just know that not every single thing happens at the same time for everyone. Listen to this reading with an open mind. Understand that the roles can be reversed here. And let's dive right in. Okay, channeled messages. All right, Aries Nation, here are the channeled messages that I received for you. If you would like to fast forward through this part and you would like to go directly to the reading, the timestamp can be found right here. All right, channeled messages begin now. Please stop. I can't stand your ass. You've been chosen. I smell gasoline. Your voice is echoing and they can hear everything you're saying. Call me real quick. I need to talk to you about this. Rush hour shift. Auntie Florence. You're about to get paid. Baking cinnamon rolls. Wash your hands. Cheese, broccoli. Maybe you're going shopping. Maybe you're making a, what am I trying to say? A grocery list. Emerald, jade, emerald. I believe that's for Taurus, for May Tauruses, and that's for Geminis. Jade. What am I getting? Ruby. These are all significant in some type of way. Maybe to some of you. I'm getting Jess, Canada, Australia, geese, Louis V, as in Louis Vuitton maybe, or maybe somebody's name is Louis. Maybe this is somebody's initials, LV. Brake check. This could be somebody brake checking you. Maybe you might need to check your exterior lights on your car. Is your brake light out? Because I'm kind of feeling that way. There's something here that I feel could be significant to your car, Aries Nation. I'm getting I'm blue. Maybe you have a blue car or a green car, or the colors blue and green could definitely stick out for you in this upcoming week or this next 7 days. ATM, I don't know if maybe you need to go get some cash. Homeowner to landlord. So maybe you are a homeowner. Maybe you're thinking about renting out your home. Chicago, Illinois. A cry for help. Attacks are escalating. I failed 3 times. I need to quit smoking. Asleep, awake. Asleep, awake. It feels like something is maybe interrupting your sleep schedule. VA. This could be veteran. Maybe somebody that you're dealing with is a veteran. Or you know somebody in Virginia. Or again, this could be somebody's initials. Maybe you work for the Veterans Administration. Discover card. Unauthorized charges. Give me the glasses. Chevrolet or any American car. It could be Ford, Ram, GMC possibly. Born in the South. Slow down. You're going to crash. It feels like this is happening around you. You might hear of this. But I definitely see some blind spots that might be taking place with it. There's a lot of references here in the channeled messages referring to vehicles, cars, traveling. I feel like you are traveling, but I think that your guides are definitely putting emphasis on being careful and paying attention to the road and paying attention to your vehicle so that it doesn't draw unnecessary attention. Red car, blue cat. I don't know, maybe you have a drawing, a picture of a blue cat. And I'm saying tow truck. Geese. The baby blanket. The name Shabazz. The name Vladimir. And we know it's pronounced Baltimore, but I'm hearing Baltimore. Maybe somebody speaks with an accent. Somebody could be bald, could be going bald. I'm hearing stop. This is a stop sign with flashing lights. I think flashing lights for this week, Aries, could also be significant for you, but I feel like this is definitely your guides are trying to get your attention with something. Oh, it's going to be cold. There may even be snow. Maybe this is like, maybe this is how you're feeling in anticipation of getting out of bed. Maybe that's what's kind of delaying you. Maybe that's what's interrupting your sleep schedule. Let's dive right in. All right, Aries Nation, Holy Spirit, what is going on with the Aries Nation? Aries Nation. I think some of you are perfectionists. Okay. I don't know. So some of you might be dealing with somebody who is very critical. But I want to also say that even though this card says partnership, I feel like this could even be your relationship with yourself. I think you're a nurturer. Maybe you do have a pet, specifically maybe a cat. I don't know. And I think you're trying to weigh the pros and cons of the situation. I think maybe there's something here, a decision that you're making. Risk versus safety. I think you're trying to make sure that you don't get hurt in this situation. Okay. I think currently maybe you're taking some time to regroup, to maybe collect your thoughts, to figure out what your next move is going to be. But yes, within a partnership. Once again, risk versus safety. There's some type of risk that's going on. I think you are taking some time to regroup, to figure out, you know, if it's worth the risk to maybe give something a try again or take somebody at their word. Maybe you're weighing the pros and cons of a situation. Is it really safe to maybe open up? Does the risk outweigh any type of threat of danger or whatever? And it doesn't have to be physical danger, though it could be, because I'm definitely picking up abuse in your situation. But I think this might be with any type of situation that you're making. I think you're wanting to make sure that you're making the right decision, because it does feel like, Aries Nation, there's some type of chapter that you're closing. Unless perhaps you're finishing a book. Yeah, you are finishing a chapter. Maybe perhaps this is what you're regrouping to figure out. The risk versus safety, about whether or not to walk away from something. Because it definitely appears that you've been caught up in some type of drama. It could be at the job. It could be any place in your life. But I definitely see tension and arguments. Yes, this is exactly what I was saying. This regroup situation, that the deepest desires constrain you. Let them go to clear your mind. Perhaps this is why the 8 of Cups came out. Maybe you do. You are regrouping. You are walking away to clear your mind. Maybe after something happened. Or maybe for some of you something may potentially happen in the next 7 days having to do with the full moon. The full moon is on the 8th. I'm not sure what day this is going to post, but I feel like that the eclipse is going to be significant for you in some type of way, because the moon comes up not once but twice. Some of you could no doubt be dealing with Cancerians, but I think that you are walking away from something because your instinct is telling you that something is up. And maybe some of you might feel stifled. You might be feeling controlled in this situation, and maybe you are wanting more independence. Or this could be a young adult that maybe you're raising. Maybe you do. Maybe your child wants more independence. But like I said before, it's very clear that there's been some type of conflict. You're caught up in some type of drama this week, the next 7 days, or perhaps this is a leftover residual energy from the last time we spoke, Aries, because I definitely see that you're on guard. Some of you could definitely be arguing over money. For others of you, this may not have something to do with a romantic situation, but maybe more so with a professional arrangement. Maybe you are in a partnership with someone, and maybe this is where things are kind of dicey between you and this person. It feels like it has something to do with money matters. You're having some money problems, or maybe you're in some type of financial dispute with somebody. You might feel taken advantage of. You definitely have this 7 of Swords here talking about looks are deceiving. So again, with everything having to do with your inner instinct, this is definitely your guide saying your instincts may be up around this time. Aries Nation. what is very clear to me? I haven't figured out what's going on in this relationship yet. I definitely, without a doubt, see somebody that's being very persistent. Aries, gosh. Okay, maybe this is what I mean. It's the argument. It could be the conflict that could be persistent. You have this reference to drama and conflict multiple times. Like I said, if you're in a partnership with someone professionally, maybe, you know, maybe you are. Maybe you wanted to do something completely different from somebody. Maybe you guys are not seeing eye to eye about a business. Or this could no doubt be like a same-sex relationship. What I'm trying to say is I really do feel like there is somebody that is very persistent around you. This could be you in terms of business. Because it does feel like maybe you've gotten knocked down in some type of way. But I definitely see you as the High Priestess. And I definitely feel like you're fighting some devils here. And I think that this might be more than one situation. Like, it could be at work. That's kind of like what this is feeling. Like, or there might be some people that oppose your relationship and they're trying to break you up. But let me make it very clear, okay? I definitely, like I did say, you're fighting at least 4 devils in your situation. And maybe this is somebody that this witch has sent to you. Doesn't look like she's up to any type of good. In fact, it feels like she's doing some type of chaos magic. Masa confusa. Somebody may not speak English. Somebody could be bilingual. But I definitely see chaos magic being done. Mass confusion being done in this situation. Truthfully, this feels like this conflict and this chaos has something to do with this person or this situation. For a lot of you, Aries Nation, I don't think it comes as a surprise to you. I think you know who this person is. And for some of you, if you do not, and that might not be everybody's story, keep that in mind. But if this does happen to be your story, or if it does happen to be playing out around you, and it's not happening to you directly, you may come to see this within the next 7 days. And this could definitely be you, Aries, because the reading could always go vice versa. But yeah, your instinct, I said that to say this. Your instinct would definitely lead you to the truth. If this is you and your house is haunted and all of a sudden things get very chaotic in your home, because it's kind of looking like something is frustrating you, then I think you'll come to recognize this. And your guides are saying, Aries Nation, or cross watcher, you may need to defend yourself. Because it looks like you have an enemy. And it looks like you're dealing with somebody who's creating lies. This all points back to the workplace, really. Let's look at this, Aries. Let's see what's really going on. For some of you, this has something to do with a legal situation, because I do feel like some of you may have a court situation that might be pending. Maybe you might be going before the judge here, but I definitely see that some of you could be working towards a legal situation. Now, this could definitely be you hiring somebody to maybe help you out with a legal situation so that it goes in your favor. But whatever this legal situation is about, it feels like you might be coming to some type of agreement or compromise with somebody. Wow. Spirit guides are not playing. Okay, they're spelling it out for you. They're making it very clear. There's chaos and confusion breaking out around you when maybe before there was peace. And if somebody's lying. Did I see that gathering together? Let me see that. There's the cauldron. Yep. And here she is with her cauldron. Definitely somebody doing some type of confusion magic, gathering together. And that's what this is. These might be people gathering together, ganging up, teaming up against you. I want to get off this. I really do. But I guess it's going to come out. We already see. There's somebody trying to make things difficult for you. And it feels like this has something to do with envy. Let's go back to this relationship thing, okay? Because it's like your reading has a lot of different layers to it. I'm almost wanting to say Scorpio. But anyway, with this negative energy, your guides are definitely telling you meditation. They want you to be proactive about it. Meditate. They want you to meditate. They want you to clear your space and remove this negativity, because I mean, it's very clear that that's what's around you at this point in time. And it's definitely somebody sending this magic to you. And especially here, you got, like I said before, several references to the full moon and the lunar eclipse being something that's coming up. I don't know. I'm trying to tell you somebody's up to something. Let's see what's going on in this relationship, Aries. Yeah, that risk versus safety. I think this is you maybe wanting to figure out if it's a senseless risk to maybe do something in particular. And the something in particular is what I'm looking for. Like, what are you taking a risk doing? Oh, some of you, this is you. You're taking a risk flying solo. Because like I said, maybe you do want to be independent. You want to do your own thing. Maybe you don't want to be a part of a group. You don't want to be a part of a company any longer. So I think that you are at a crossroads, and this is the time in your life where you are making a decision. You're definitely deciding something about your future. Shoot. As soon as that Seven of Swords next to the Emperor. This could be you, Aries. Somebody could be feeling this way about you. Or like I said, this is happening with somebody around you. I promise you. Somebody is a tarot reader. They're a psychic. That's what I mean. Like something having to do with your privacy is being invaded. It feels like somebody is doing readings on you. Or this could be, you could be a tarot reader on social media. Specifically YouTube. Because it definitely happens in this. Anyway. Then you could be stealing people's material. Somebody is trying to get away with something. You got Leo and you got Cancer. Cancerian energy was already mentioned, and you got Leo for sure. Are you growing out your hair, Aries? Because I'm definitely sensing like frizzy, curly hair. Maybe, like I said, you're growing your hair out. Maybe you have curly hair, or you're wearing your hair natural these days. Putting less product in it, I'm not sure. Let's see. Aries Nation, Holy Spirit. Some of you are having issues with your father. You might be having issues with multiple people. King of Cups. Now the Queen comes out. You got a lot of people in your reading, Aries. Okay. Somebody that you're not talking to anymore. Some of you, you've divorced this person, or you guys are no longer together. It's a Virgo. For some of you, this may have something to do with a Virgo individual. Somebody with Virgo in the chart. You're interacting with a Virgo this week. You do not agree with somebody, or you're feeling like somebody that you're dealing with is very controlling, and maybe maybe you're walking away to explore your independence. Or maybe this is a child of yours, a young adult that might be interested in maybe breaking away from the things that they were taught, or you were taught possibly, to be your own person. But I will say this, Aries Nation, it feels like your instinct is definitely going to be very sharp about something that's going on around you. with this Seven of Swords. Something might prompt you to go and look for information, because I will make it very clear to you, Aries Nation, that I feel like somebody is trying to pull the wool over your eyes. And I think somebody might be being dishonest about something. Maybe about something they said, maybe something they wrote, maybe an agreement that you guys came to, and maybe somebody kind of pulled back. They reneged on their agreement. And maybe right now, maybe you guys are arguing due to confusion. Maybe you're not on the same page, and this is where, you know, you need some time to collect your thoughts, to figure out, you know, maybe where you guys can come to some type of agreement or compromise with something. For others of you with this inner instinct, somebody around you is being untruthful. I think you're going to see the truth of this. For some of you, this confusion, let me make it very clear. Let me back up a little bit. But let me put a side note real quick. I think there's a Sagittarius that maybe you're not speaking to. Yeah, Aries, it feels like this is what this is. Envy. This could be you, Aries. Maybe you envy someone. Or maybe somebody envies you. And that's what this chaos and conflict is about. Because it does feel like somebody could be a psychic, or could be getting some tarot readings done on you. You have a mirror broken? I know I talked about that. You have a broken mirror, or broken glass. Oh, let me put this out there too. Something here, there's definitely a lot of references here to car, your vehicle. If you have any type of personal information that is visible through the windows or a glass, okay? It feels like your privacy is being infringed upon, so definitely put away any type of personal information that you have in your car. But I want to... Now, if this has something to do with a relationship, I think that someone is trying to deliberately confuse you. I think if this is a love situation, somebody is deliberately giving you mixed signals with this Seven of Swords. And I definitely feel that there is somebody playing around on you. This might be their excuse. They might be getting in a fight with you, causing chaos and confusion, mixing up certain words that they say, being very indirect with what they're saying, to try to, in an effort to try to confuse you, to throw you off, and then turn around and gaslight you to make you think that, you know, the things that you're saying are illogical, but they make perfect sense. You got an earth sign, Virgo. You got a Taurus here, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. With the earth sign, King of Pentacles, you have air, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Yeah, see. I think some of you are, see, if you're in a relationship with somebody, just know this. There's some sneakiness going on. This is what's creating the drama between you and someone. It doesn't have to be a romantic situation, but obviously for some of you it is. Others of you, you're caught up in drama at work. Let's see, if this is a love relationship, okay, you definitely have trust issues. With a Sagittarius, some of you. Sag, Virgo, back to back. Somebody's infidelity. This wouldn't be the first time that this has happened. That maybe, you know, they've lied to you before. And then they make up some type of excuse. You take them back. But this time, definitely within the next 7 days, if this is your story, this feels like your instinct is going to tell you otherwise. Let's talk about it again. The moon. So I don't know if this is you collecting some type of moon water. You're doing some type of moon ritual. Or like I said, this is somebody doing this to you. Let's see. Somebody talking to their ex. Let's see what's really going on. Let's get a clear story, Aries. What's going on with y'all this week? Why are you guys in a difficult place? This has something to do with an ex, it looks like. Maybe that's the persistent situation. Maybe this is somebody that's trying to put a wedge between you and somebody that you love. But I think that the drama is not deliberately just only having to do with this extra person, the person that this third party. It's not just them. Your partner is definitely participating in this as well. Some of you, it feels like you're in an abusive relationship. Maybe somebody attacks your self-esteem. They might be a know-it-all. They might be very judgmental. Maybe when they're out, you try to get in contact with them and they take forever to respond. And I think that right now, this person is being especially argumentative because they are deliberately trying to create drama that doesn't exist. There's no drama. There wasn't. But now there's beef between you and this person. And now maybe the two of you are not speaking. Or once upon a time, you guys were not. And I definitely feel like there's somebody checking on you. They might be checking on you through the tarot. They might be checking on you via social media. Or other people. Maybe you have some people in common that you guys know about, that you guys know of. Yep, see, somebody, this is what this confusion is. Okay, so let's say if some of you are on the other side of this, and this does have something to do with an intimate relationship where someone was supposed to be committed, and maybe you guys did go your separate ways. That's what this Eight of Swords is Eight of Cups is telling me here. That maybe you need to like let go and clear your mind. It feels like this week, maybe last week, maybe you felt like there was a chapter that just really needed to end between the two of you. And maybe you were confused about whether or not you should walk away based on this risk versus safety card having to do with partnership. Is it really safe to let this person back into your energy? Is it worth the risk to battle the confusion again? Because it feels like you're caught up in the same cycle. Anyway, whoever is the confused party in this situation, I think somebody's puzzled about how you might feel. Or there might be somebody that wants to tell you how they feel about the situation. Maybe even offer an apology about the way that they treated you or the fact that they misrepresented you in some type of way. It feels like somebody was cooking up a scheme, like I said, and maybe they were spreading some rumors and gossip about you. And I don't know, maybe that's what got you to this place. The point that I'm trying to tell you, the point that I'm trying to make is that it looks like somebody is coming back or they're thinking about you. This person might have a lot going on in their lives right now. It looks like somebody wants to work on a situation with you. Whoever this is that acts one way in front of your face and acts another way behind your back, this could even be a friend of yours, okay? Or a family member. I think that maybe, you know, you've been pushed to your breaking point. Maybe you feel like somebody is a mess. And now you're feeling like it's time to make a decision. And maybe this person maybe you feel kind of weak around this person. They're very manipulative and very convincing. There's a third party here. So let's see what's going on with the third party. Let me pick up their energy. Oh, shoot. Okay, that's what brings them back to you. So maybe they were involved with somebody. Not maybe. It's very clear that they were sneaking around behind your back. They were seeing somebody else. See, the person that they were seeing behind your back, all right, now that situation didn't work out. That person is out the door. And now they're coming back to you. Because it looks like somebody has a lot of remorse, you know, about what happened. Hopefully it's genuine, Aries. Yeah. See, they ended it with the third party. So the person they were sneaking around with, that situation didn't last. They were creating all this drama with this other person. And you have fellowship here. So it feels like there's some type of gathering. Maybe you might be fellowshipping with people at work that you feel are an issue. Or maybe this is the holidays. I don't know if this is like family members you can't stand. You don't want to be around them because maybe you just are not on the same page. Maybe you guys are you don't mesh. You're two different people. Whatever this is, something comes back together. What is this confusion about? Yeah. You might be in for the same cycle. Yeah, definitely. Somebody's returning. Whoever was the party that walked away from this is somebody that's thinking about returning to the situation. I definitely feel like there's some type of jail affiliation. Okay? Unless this is just something separate. Maybe you have a legal situation to tend to. And we'll get to that in a minute. But maybe I feel like somebody might be getting out of jail. And this could be that somebody's returning. I guess the point that I'm trying to make is somebody might be returning for the holidays. Somebody might be on parole, probation. But I definitely feel like somebody has some type of criminal background. Ooh, and I want to say this could even be, since we have a lot of emphasis here on partnerships. This won't be everybody's story. Keep that in mind. But I hope that if this is you meeting somebody, you might really want to definitely hone in on your inner instinct and maybe not be so generous to give certain situations the benefit of the doubt if your instinct is telling you that maybe it's not what you think it is, or somebody's trying to cover, okay? They're trying to front in some type of way. Somebody, let's see. This person wants to talk to you. This person is returning. Maybe returning your phone call. This could have something to do with a job interview. Maybe you put out some applications. The color blue is significant in some type of way. What is this person coming to talk to you about? Maybe somebody hasn't returned your call because they've been very busy. I know more than you might think. That is the case. Like I said, it feels like somebody is watching you, infringing on your privacy in some type of way. Now, I definitely see somebody is stressed out. This could be somebody is stressed out because somebody is aware that somebody is cheating, or this is the person that's cheating maybe getting stressed out that maybe you're going to find out, and then maybe you're going to be the one that walks away from the situation. Maybe this is somebody, like I said, somebody that's trying to deliberately confuse you. Anyway, the point is somebody is returning. And yeah, I think you do know more about it. They're so easy to see through. I think your inner instinct maybe told you that something was a lie, something was a fake, or this person, the things they were saying or writing or telling you wasn't real. So that's what I mean. There's an offer coming to you, Aries Nation. For some of you, if this has something to do with a love relationship, and it doesn't, like I said, specifically have to be love. That's what I mean. Is this offer bogus? Is it genuine? Yes, it's too late. This could be the narrative that somebody is battling in their head. Maybe they want to return. Maybe there's something that they would like to tell you. Yeah, thank you, Spirit Guides. I'll happen to look back. It is look down and it says, I want to tell you so many things. There may be a lot of things that they want to say. Maybe they might be ready to clear their conscience about something. Maybe they are ready to come clean. But I think that somebody is just under the impression that maybe it's too late. That an apology may not fix all of the damage that's been done in this situation. Because I really do feel, Aries Nation, that somebody feels like, yeah, it's over. You guys may have gone your separate ways. But see how this person is walking toward this high priestess here. This person may have, maybe you guys did go your separate ways in the past. But yeah, this person comes back. They want to talk. Now, for some of you, this is not romantic love. This might have something to do with a family member. It may have something to do with your children. It could be that maybe there is some confusion between you and a child. Maybe this is you at odds with. It could be the person that you co-parent children with. Maybe this is what this court situation is about. But again, you and a child. There may be a child that wants to tell you so many things. There's a child that might feel very controlled. May feel like, well, let's see. I think they might feel like it's a risk to say what's on their mind. Why? This is like a child that doesn't feel like they're good enough. Like they feel like they're criticized. Either they're criticized by a parent or whomever, or this is just somebody heavily critical of themselves. And they doubt every move that they're making. I definitely see that for some of you, this is a child or whomever this is. This feels like this is a young adult, a child, a teen that might be interested in sex. Maybe they want to talk to you about that. And maybe they don't feel like they can. I want to see why. What is boundary? Somebody feels like they need to put up a boundary with this situation. Or maybe this is somebody that feels like they can't be themselves. It looks like somebody's looking for acceptance outside of themselves in a situation. Or they feel like they can't be themselves around you. Somebody is very controlling. Yeah, this is definitely like a controlling parent. This feels like this is a child that feels very vulnerable. Could be an Aquarius child. But I definitely see how she's in the fetal position. Somebody feels like they can't be vulnerable and say how they really feel or say what's on their mind. Because things are going to go left. It's going to create an argument. This feels like, again, this has something to do with some type of a gathering. It could be a birthday. The holidays are coming up. This could be talking about that. Yeah. There's a kid that might feel like it's very risky to come and be real with you and tell you how they genuinely feel. So I think that this week, whatever type of relationship this is, I think somebody is weighing whether or not a situation is worth fighting for. But like I said, I definitely see some type of confusion surrounding a gathering. Speaking of holidays, it feels like you're traveling somewhere. Maybe there's some type of travel plans that you're preparing for. Maybe this has something to do with a Scorpio. I don't know. I'm trying to see what's going on here, Aries. Because it seems like you're going somewhere. Or somebody might be inviting you someplace and maybe you have some resentment towards somebody. And I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if you're going to be working it out. I don't know if you're going to work it out. I think it's just going to be, it's going to just depend on your personal situation. Caution, secrecy, wary. Yes. You already know. Okay. You're going to make the right decision, Aries. You're going to make the right decision based on your instinct. Okay? Because caution, secrecy, wary. It feels like you're wary of somebody. You're definitely cautious of someone. Because you're definitely aware that there is some type of secrecy. Or that, like I said before, somebody is not telling you the whole truth. For some of you, somebody's not telling you the whole truth because they might be acting like they don't care or that they don't want to talk to you when truthfully it looks like somebody doesn't want this separation. They're yearning for you. They're yearning to see you, yearning to talk to you. Look at this again, divination. I'm recording! Maybe you are a fortune teller. Future fortune, yeah. There's definitely somebody doing some type of divination. Ooh-wee. Okay, so that's what this is about. This came out for Gemini. Somebody is envious of somebody's beauty. Let's explore what's going on with work because that's where I feel like for some of you, that's where this issue is. Yeah, see that? Somebody is remorseful, maybe regretful, but that's what I mean. Like the way that you're looking at this situation or this person, it feels like you feel like they're putting on an act. Like you don't trust what they're saying or doing. I don't know, Aries. That's what I mean. Or cross watcher, use your judgment, use your instinct having to do with this person. Because your guides are saying that, yeah, You're very easy to see through, or they are. And there is somebody that knows more information. They know more than they're letting on. Oh, I hope this is not like a third party at work. Hopefully you're not like messing with somebody at work. Maybe for some of you Aries Nation, maybe you find somebody attractive that you work with. If that's you, I see that not going well. But the splitting apart, like I said, maybe this is you at work. Maybe you are caught up in drama with somebody. Maybe you do have beef with somebody, like I said before. Maybe you guys just don't see eye to eye. It does. It feels like you are splitting apart. You're splitting apart from a company. Maybe, like I said, you're trying to walk away to maybe figure out if this is still the place that you want to be at. Because it looks like last week something had you really thinking. It may have been a numbers thing for you. Maybe financially. You know, things kind of fell off. And maybe it feels like this week, maybe you're trying to piece together a financial situation. Yeah, because it looks like you're waiting for money, or money has been delayed for you in some type of way. Maybe you're, I don't know, like relying on your credit cards to maybe keep you afloat, or your savings. So it looks like you're really trying to maintain. This is a Gemini. This feels like this has something to do with a Gemini. What's going on with your money this week or your job? Yeah, I think some of you might be thinking about walking away from something here. You work in a very competitive, frustrating environment where maybe people are very rude. And maybe, you know, your heart isn't in it anymore. Maybe you don't really have the enthusiasm that you normally have for your job. So that's what I mean. Maybe some of you work a very demanding job. You have a lot of deadlines, a lot of pressure on you. And maybe, like I said, you're walking away to maybe find something that brings you joy. Maybe this isn't your jam anymore. This isn't something you want to do. Because it does look like, Aries, I kind of feel like maybe you work on your own time. Maybe you want to be your own boss. You definitely have a snitch. Somebody that's really trying to keep their eye on you. And I feel like there's somebody that's trying to cause trouble. Okay, it might be lying on you at work. Or this is somebody getting caught up in some type of foolishness. And then it comes out and it creates drama. Now, if this work connection does have something to do with a third party, and this is what you're suspecting is going on in your situation, it feels like there's somebody it feels like it's your partner. It's their actions. It's the way that they're moving that is creating doubt in your mind about this relationship and about whether or not somebody is still happy for you. And maybe this is you. Maybe you're having some confusion about your work. Or something may pop up this week that creates some type of gray area. And you may not know where you stand with your place of business or the place that you work. Yeah. Now, let's talk about this whole thing with a legal situation, because I definitely feel like for some of you, this confusion has something to do with a court situation. It feels like there might be some type of legal or financial matter that maybe you're having to work out. And I definitely feel like this is a week where maybe you might need to figure out your financial situation. Because it looks like your finances are a bit, like I said, it looks like they're kind of, they've been a bit low. Or something, like I said, affected your work situation. Oh, are you receiving some type of money? Let me see. Because for some of you, this is a legal battle where you might be on the receiving end of some money. You might be winning a court battle. Instinct. Your instinct may be telling you that something is not wrong, not right with you or somebody around you. Maybe there's somebody that's sick and maybe they're not telling you how sick they genuinely are, but your instinct is telling you that something might be going on with somebody's health. Aries, yeah. That's what this is. That's what I mean. You might just be feeling under the weather this week. You might be feeling very emotional. Or for some of you, there's something more serious that's going on beneath the surface. And you might need to go to the doctor. Because it feels like something's not healing. It's not getting better. And I think that your guides are calling your attention to really look at this. Or cleansing and health. Energy field adjustment. I think, like I said before, for some of you, it's your physical environment that might be making you sick. There might be chemicals in the air that are making you sick. And this is the thing that you're trying to balance. Maybe a business that you're trying to start, some type of side hustle, or some type of upstart business that you're wanting to maybe begin. But you're also keeping your day job, your corporate job. I think some of you, you're just ready to leave behind a corporate job situation. And maybe, you know, like I said, you're wrapping things up, or you're kind of like making some plans to really dream big. And some of you might be tempted to kind of like ghost your job. Maybe some of you might be resigning without giving your 2 weeks notice. And some of you, I think you just want to travel. So do see this card here talking about retreat. Maybe you do want to go someplace. Maybe you do want to clear your mind. And maybe there is somebody that you want to get advice or help from, but it is difficult for you to trust certain people. And I think that maybe you are looking for something more. Maybe you are looking for a sense of purpose, and maybe now you're feeling like your job is just kind of redundant. It just feels like you're doing the same thing over and over again. And I think that there's something more that you want out of your situation. But I definitely feel like you're going through something. I don't think you just started going through something, Aries. I think you've been going through something for quite a while. Now, this is you ghosting people. That could be you. Maybe you're afraid to be vulnerable. Maybe you're afraid to open up your heart. And maybe it might be time to explore what the deeper issues are. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't know what it is that causes you to run from love. Or even if it's not a love scenario, maybe it's genuine relationships. Or this might come in the form of self-sabotage for some of you. Or this might just be obsessiveness, because it definitely feels like there's somebody that's obsessed about you, or vice versa. Maybe there's something that you're obsessing over. But I definitely feel like there's something that is emotionally draining you this week. Some of you, this might have something to do with moving. But with work, I will tell you that. But the splitting apart situation, maybe this returning card has something to do with you returning to this thought, right? Your thoughts are rotating. You're confused. You don't know what to think. You don't know what direction to go in. But I think part of you is just ready for a fresh start. Maybe you are thinking about moving on, making some big life changes. Maybe this is a grown adult child of yours. Maybe they are thinking about leaving home. Maybe this is you. Maybe you've been traveling. Maybe you've seen someplace else that this might be some type of upcoming travel. They might have you thinking about maybe leaving someplace. Hope this isn't you running away from something, but maybe it's, like I said, maybe it's not as deep as I'm thinking it is. Maybe you just need some time away. I definitely feel like for some of you, this is due to a breakup. Maybe some of you did split apart from somebody, and maybe you are confused about whether or not you made the right decision. And maybe this is you waving these thoughts around in your head. I love them, I don't love them. I want to be with them, I don't want to be with them. Whatever this is, wherever there have been misunderstandings and confusion, and somebody that's not dealing with the issue, just kind of running away from it, sweeping the situation under the rug, it feels like there may be an opportunity to heal certain misunderstandings. And it's going to be up to you to gauge whether or not it's worth it to you to even try to heal certain misunderstandings. Maybe for some of you it's not. Maybe you've seen what you needed to see about the situation. But it does feel like in certain circumstances, for some of you, somebody feels really frustrated, hurt, full of regret and remorse about what they did. Yeah, and I think somebody wants the other one to practice compassion. See things from a different perspective. I think that's what somebody hopes that maybe might take place, while the other one feels like it's a senseless risk to really be vulnerable with somebody that has shown that they couldn't care less. Express love through gifts, turning a small token. This feels like, again, this has something to do with the holiday season. So this doesn't play out now where somebody is confused currently about whether or not they should come forward and say something to you after maybe they ghosted you. Somebody might figure it out around the holidays. Something might prompt somebody to say something to you. Or maybe this is just how somebody shows affection. Maybe it's their love language is to give things, to give gifts. I don't know. But I think, yeah, you guys are saying actions speak loudly. I think you've been hurt. And I think that this time, if you do decide to give somebody a chance again, I think you're going to maybe not rush in and be so eager to maybe take somebody at their word so quickly. But I think you're going to be seeing whether or not their actions reflect what it is that they're really saying. Yep, slow down. When you're excited, you get ahead of yourself. Take some time to allow things to unfold. On that note, let's take a look at you singles, because this could definitely be you. But this is no doubt when you're driving. It feels like maybe you're rushed, you're hurried, you're pressed for time. But your guys are definitely saying slow down. Maybe this is you. Maybe you do need some time to rest. Maybe you do need some time to retreat. You do need some time for yourself. Again, to figure out what's going on with you emotionally. Because it does feel like there's something that you are going through emotionally at this time, Aries. Aries Nation, like I said, this is not everyone's story. But if that is the case, I think time will reveal for some of you that somebody is a serial dater. You're planning your future out in your head about this person. You're really falling for this person. You're giving them 100% of yourself. Maybe you feel like they're the perfect person for you. Something pops up that causes you to really wonder if you're really... It feels like somebody really laying the charm on very thick. What causes you to back up? Because it looks like you're going to discover something, or your guides are trying to get you to see something here. There's some type of unexpected change that may happen. I feel like this has to do with a past relationship. Somebody that you're separated from. And for others of you, I think that this is something that your guides are trying to get you to see. Like, in any situation, they're trying to alert you to the red flags, okay? Your inner instinct is definitely chirping. Within you is telling you that there's some red flags. Your guides are saying there's some red flags that they're trying to caution you against. You're really trying to fall for this person, and it may not be genuine love. Or for some of you, this person is coming back, and they've given you ample reason not to trust them. It's just going to be entirely up to you about what you decide to do in this situation. But I will make it very clear for you that something is not right. Your instinct will definitely show you what to steer clear of. So Holy Spirit, for this next 7 days, what is the advice that you have for the Aries Nation? Guys are definitely talking to you about changing things up. Maybe you're not in a fixed sign, but it doesn't, maybe you have fixed energy. Maybe you do. You guys are saying, maybe do things differently. This could be you taking a new route. I think you're going someplace, going on some type of adventure. Okay, Holy Spirit. I think you have some type of psychic abilities as well, Aries, that I think you might be nurturing. One more, Holy Spirit. Sensory overload. And on the other side, tame negative thinking. Too much is If too much is coming at you too fast, decrease your stimulation level. Take a break from people, dim the lights, and savor quietude. Okay, I definitely feel like this is potentially going to be a very hectic next 7 days, or it just has been. And I think that there's something that may be coming up that's going to cause you to have to, once again, slow down, process your emotions, and maybe get some sleep. Because it could be that maybe you're not feeling well. And maybe it's fear and this negative thinking that has you in a mental chokehold. And it has you afraid of making decisions because of this uncertainty. It feels like you're like afraid of making the wrong decision, Aries. And so I think instead of making decisions, you procrastinate, and then it adds to your stress level and your frustration. It may take a while to find clarity about a situation. Be patient. Know that invisible healing forces are at work during this phase. You got here something having to do with the moon phases here. And something nearing completion. I don't know what this is. Somebody could be, what am I trying to say? Something could be wrapping up for you around November 8th. You've been uncertain about something. Again, the full moon. The full moon is in Taurus. Maybe you are dealing with a Taurus, or there's a lot of Taurian energy around you. I don't know. I think the things that you haven't had clarity about that have been frustrating you, I think you're going to get clarity about this very soon. But I think that it has something to do with the stories you're telling yourself mentally at times, Aries. Stop inventing scary stories about the future. Stay in the now and affirm your strengths. Again, I feel like this is what has you feeling like you can't move forward because you're afraid of the future. When negative thoughts arise, experience the feelings behind them and shift to a larger, more compassionate perspective. And I definitely feel like this is your guide saying, yes, Aries, it might be time to broaden your perspective. Maybe you're looking at things maybe a bit too narrow-minded. Maybe there are more options or more possibilities about why something may happen or whatever the case is. But I definitely feel like your guys want you to expand your mind, expand your thinking on some level. Now, when it comes to relationships around you, let's see, what is the advice for the Aries Nation? It's like, I think you're magnifying your own flaws, your own perceived flaws, Aries. And I think you're afraid that other people are going to see those flaws and use them against you. And I think that's why your guys are saying love who you are. I think that, again, you're feeling like you're not perfect. I think that might be something that might be affecting you on so many different levels. I definitely mentioned that it's hurting your finances, it's hurting your pockets because of perfectionism. I think that there's something that you might have to get over, though. Fear of failure, fear of success. I think that's what's frustrating you. So when it pertains to relationships, frustration doesn't open any doors. The keys to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so that you may approach the situation more calmly. This is where the reading comes full circle. Talking about regroup. And I think that this is exactly what your guides are guiding you to do. Regroup. Take a moment. Find a way to calm your mind. We did talk about meditation. We did talk about clearing your aura and your energy field to weigh the pros and cons of a situation. This is what I feel like your guys want you to sit in this week, Aries Nation. Is these thoughts. All right, Aries Nation. Well, this concludes your 7-day forecast with Angelic Ascensions. If this reading was helpful, Aries Nation, help me out by giving this video a thumbs up. Consider subbing to my channel if you already haven't. If you do decide to sub to my channel, Aries Nation, make sure that you hit the post notification bell so that you're notified whenever I upload a video for a sign that you're cross-watching for or your own sign, or whenever I go live. Thank you, Aries Nation, for tuning in this week. I will see y'all next week, Aries Nation. Peace out.